Coming to the venous drainage of the lower limb, it starts as the superficial vein, that is the dorsal venous arch. This is the dorsal venous arch which lies on the dorsal aspect of the foot. It received the first dorsal metatarsal vein. First dorsal metatarsal vein along with the, this is if this is the right foot, okay, the right lower limb. So this is the first dorsal metatarsal vein and this is the dorsal venous arch. Both unite to form the great saphenous vein, which receives the medial marginal vein. And here on the lateral aspect, it receives the lateral marginal vein. The tributaries of the dorsal venous arch is the second dorsal metatarsal vein, third dorsal metatarsal vein and the fifth dorsal metatarsal vein. This dorsal vein receives the digital veins. And this is our first dorsal metatarsal vein, which also receives the digital vein. The medial side of the great toe, the venous drainage is going to the first dorsal metatarsal vein, and the lateral side of the little toe, it is going to the dorsal venous arch. So this is the great toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and this is the fifth toe. Now, in the medial aspect, the great saphenous vein unite with the medial marginal vein and passing in front of the medial malleolus. This is medial malleolus and this passing in front, whereas this is the lateral malleolus and here it passes behind the lateral malleolus. Now both ascend up and now this great saphenous vein opens into the common femoral vein. This is our common femoral vein. Common femoral vein is formed by the union of superficial femoral vein and the deep femoral vein or profunda femoris vein. These deep veins, it accompanies the arterial system. As we all know that in the lower limb as well as in the upper limb, there are two venous systems, that is the superficial venous system and the deep venous system. Deep venous system accompanies the arterial system. Superficial vein first drain into the deep vein and now the deep vein carry the deoxygenated blood to the heart. And the superficial vein drain into the deep vein via the perforating vein. This is our small saphenous vein. It opens into the popliteal vein. This is the popliteal vein, which is the continuation of the superficial femoral vein after the adductor gap. Popliteal vein. This popliteal vein accompanies the course of all the popliteal artery and then antitibial and the posterior. So this is our superficial venous system, and the perforating veins at the level of the ankle joint. This is the malleolus, so ankle joint. At the level of the ankle joint, there is May perforator. This is May perforator. Just above, in the lower 1/3 of the leg, there is Cockett's perforator. Cockett's perforator. At the level of the popliteal fossa, there is Boyer's perforator. At the level of the subsartorial canal, this is the superficial femoral vein passing through the subsartorial canal, and the accompanies vein, accompanies the superficial femoral artery. Both lies in the adductor canal, and this is our great saphenous vein. It opens into the superficial femoral vein via the Hunterian perforator, because the adductor canal is also known as Hunterian canal. And at the level where it opens into the great saphenous vein, just few centimeter above, there is also Dorsal perforator. Dorsal perforator. So these are the perforator through which the superficial opens into the deep veins, and here also it opens into the deep vein, and now it goes upward. And one thing more, that this is the great saphenous vein. It also receives in some cases, or you can say most of the cases, via the accessory saphenous vein, which receives the deoxygenated blood from the anterior aspect of the thigh. Accessory saphenous vein. This accessory saphenous vein and the great saphenous vein and the common femoral vein where it opens, these three create an ultrasonographic finding, that is Mickey Mouse sign, in which one ear is formed by the loop of the great saphenous vein, and one ear is formed by the loop of the accessory saphenous vein, and the face is created by the common femoral vein. Mickey Mouse sign.